What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you a video discussing what should the New York Jets do with the 10th overall pick. Before we get started, guys, let me know in the comment section with the same question. What should the New York Jets do with the 10th overall pick this offseason? Should they take a receiver? Should they still take a tackle? Should they trade down and get more draft assets? Let me know in the comment section down below. But let's get into it, guys. So I'm reviewing rosters, reviewing situations, team-wide, league-wide, stuff like that. And I looked at the Jets, and I don't like what I'm seeing. As a non-Jets fan, looking at their defense, phenomenal. Still looks great, still looks good. But the offense is looking really weird. Aaron Rodgers is returning, played, one series last year, Achilles popped. The running back room. I love Brees Hall. I love Israel Abinaconda. He was my steal of the draft in last year's draft. I forgot what round he was drafted in, but I liked him a lot coming from Pitt. I think he could be a good change of pace back and also a good number two behind Brees Hall. O-line did get better. I also got a little older as well. Brought in Morgan Moses, a veteran who I met in person. I do have a quick Moses Moore story. I was being recruited by UVA. Morgan Moses went to UVA. I was a rising junior. I don't know what year he was, but he was an established name already. And I met him in person, went through this camp, I went through the drills, and Coach London, the former head coach of UVA, I think he's in the league somewhere now. He wanted me to go in like a fake, fun one-on-one versus Morgan. I got shut down. He locked me up, shut me down. I'm like, how in the world can guys get past a guy like him? Big boy, but quick, nimble, big but fat. Like it was crazy. So respect to Morgan Moses. He definitely is a long tenured guy for a reason. He is good at what he does. Not one of the better ones. No disrespect. He's not one of the top guys, but he's been around for a long time now. And I think he went to the league. Was he in the league when I met him and just came back for a day or two, or was he? I don't remember. But my junior year was 2013, 2012, 2013, whatever. But on to the point of the video. Morgan Moses, met him in person. He was traded to the from the Ravens to the Jets. Great move there. They brought in the Cowboys' legendary left tackle, Tyron Smith. Sad to see him leave the Cowboys, but it makes sense. Can't really stay healthy. But now the question comes, what should the Jets do with the 10th overall pick? Because that's really the tricky part. Do they give Garrett Wilson help in bringing in Brian Thomas Jr. from LSU? He's someone I kind of debated with people with in my comment section in my community tab, and also on like other platforms, TikTok, Twitter, and other social media sites. I went around asking a poll question a couple weeks ago: is Brian Thomas Jr. a top 10 pick? And I was asking that really for my Atlanta Falcons. But now we got Mooney, we got some other guys also. I'm not really concerned about getting a receiver at pick 8. But now the Jets at pick 10, they need some help in receiver room badly. Garrett Wilson's the only notable guy there. Allen Lazard is currently in the trade rumor mill. I think he's due about $10 million, and he was not looking good last year in that offense. But obviously, he was brought there to be with Aaron Rodgers. So Rodgers only played one series, and that's it. So I'm not mad at that, but I am kind of shocked they're getting rid of Allen when Rodgers is coming back. One thing to look out for as well: Marquez Valdez-Scantling, MVS from the Chiefs. He got cut. They saved the Chiefs $12 million. Soon as he got cut, the first thing I said to myself, Jet. He's a New York Jet. He has Aaron Rodgers ties. He's a deep threat, goes along with the Jet scheme, what they did last year, bringing in Allen Lazard. He could be a great replacement for Lazard because I don't think no one trades for him. That $10 million is steep for a player who struggled last year. But he's a good blocker, overall good player. But is he worth $10 million in today's NFL? I don't know. So we'll see what happens there. But without Allen Lazard pairing with Garrett Wilson, there's no one else really worth talking about. Xavier Gibson, Jason Brown-Lee, Irvin Charles, Malik Taylor, Lance McCutcheon. uh, all respect to them, they're in the league, but that's not really a strong receiving core. Could you go tight end with Brock Bowers? All you have right now, if you're the Jets, Tyler Conklin, Jeremy Rucker, not bad, not terrible, but it's not great either. Or do you go tackle still? And because as I said, Morgan Moses is no spring chicken. Been around for a long time. Has some injuries in the past also. And you go with the legend, like I said, Cowboy legend Tyron Smith, banged up for a while. Last couple of years also. Do you still bring in a left tackle or left or right tackle at pick 10 and see what you can get? As far as maybe moving a guard, but the guard spot is pretty set as well. You have John Simpson, who they brought in via free agency. You have Elijah Vera Tucker still there. So it's like, I don't know where they go. I'm probably leaning toward Brian Thomas Jr. as of right now, but I wouldn't be mad at getting another tackle because most likely, especially since a guy like Tyron Smith is on a 1-year deal, it makes sense to bring a tackle in just to be a stopgap guy in case the him or Morgan Moses gets injured. So we'll see where it goes with the Jets, man. But it's looking like the offense is looking kind of shoddy. They were, and I give them credit too. The Jets were in the mix for Keenan Allen. They just mixed out, as we all know. If you haven't seen Keenan Allen, Chicago Bears presser, they asked him like, "What teams could you talk to?" And he ended up naming the Texans and the Jets. And then, but end up, the Bears came in the last second, talked to the Chargers, and the Chargers said, "Yep, we're going to the Bears." So he was allowed to talk to two teams, and he went to the team that he that he was not intending on going to. So that's what happened there. That's how the business works. So it sucks for him because it seemed like he wanted to go to one of those two teams, and Keenan Allen with Garrett Wilson would have been nice. It would have been very nice to see, especially giving Rodgers another solidified number one option for a weapon, and that's what I'm saying here. Like, it's Garrett Wilson and bust. It's nothing else. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to rely your head on if you're Aaron Rodgers. Garrett Wilson, 1,000+ yards, a bunch of catches, but there's no one else to take the pressure off of him right now. That run game can, but if that's not working, then what do? You can't really rely on Tyler Conklin. He's cool, but he's not a game changer. Brock Bowers at 10, I'm not mad at it, but they don't really need him. But you could use Brock Bowers as a big slot, so still have Conklin at tight end, Bowers as a big slot, and then you have Garrett Wilson as obviously the outside guy. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but looking at the Jets draft picks as well, kind of concerning as well because they only have a couple of draft picks. First rounder, 10th overall. Third rounder, 72nd overall. 2 round fours, and then you have a round 6 and a round 7. Oh, excuse me, and 2 round 7. So, I mean, if they go tackle, at pick 10, what do you do at round 3? It has to be a receiver. It has to be a receiver. No question about it. What receiver is around in round 10 that really changes things? I don't know, because round 2 will probably be super heavy on receivers. Round 1 and round 2. So it's like most of the big name guys are going to be gone the first 2 rounds. There's going to be some talent there, but nothing really to shake the table in round 3. So, I mean, do you prefer tackle at pick 10 because you're not going to find a great tackle like you can maybe in this draft. There's some good tackles though, but like I said, round 3, 72nd overall, you're not going to find a top tackle talent to replace Moses and or Tyron Smith next season. So it's like, what do you do? Trade back is a real option, and I know it hurts for some Jets fans because you're going to leave some guys on the table with some very talented guys, but you need to get more. You need to get more. You need to get, a later first round pick, maybe add on a second, and that might really get it done, especially with teams being needed for like a quarterback. If the Broncos want to jump a certain team, or some team wants to come up random. it makes sense. You go to the Jets to get McCarthy, to get a Bo Nix, to get a Michael Penix, depending on how the board and how people see these guys. So it's going to be tough. The Jets offense is looking real shoddy in my opinion. The defense looking great. It's looking good, obviously. John Franklin Myers. They brought in Javon Kinlaw. They brought in Lecky Fotu, Quentin Williams still there, Jermaine Johnson, Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley. The gang is still there. But the offense, man, is not looking great. I'm pretty sure, like, Rodgers, like, bruh. Rodgers, like, bruh, please add someone. So we'll see what happens, guys. But that pick 10 will definitely be interesting to see what they do when draft time comes, or maybe even before draft time comes. They could trade it. I wonder, before I go, I wonder, could they sneakily be on the T. Higgins or the Brandon Ayuk trade mix if they do actually demand a trade? It's possible, maybe. Um, but they don't have no picks. That's the thing. If they give up their first for Brandon Ayuk, yeah, just left for the third is crazy. Yeah, they probably can't be in the mix. It's tough. It's tough, man. So I don't know. For me, I would say cut Lazard because you probably can't get a trade partner for him. Cut Lazard, bring in MVS and Tyler Boyd, I guess, if they had the cap space, and then probably bring in MVS, bring in Tyler Boyd, and probably go Brock Bowers, and then get get the best tackle available in the third round. That's probably what I would do. Brian Thomas I would love Thomas with Wilson, but you might have to go the veteran route for Aaron Rodgers because he doesn't have time to be with a young guy. He really doesn't. So, yeah, I would go with bringing in MVS, bringing in Tyler Boyd, if possible, then going either Brock Bowers or a tackle at pick 10. I think Thomas, great option, but not the best timing for him to come in there. If they had a better overall offensive roster, then yeah, Thomas would be no problem. But right now, they can't afford a young guy with a team with no players. Like I said, no respect. I mean, no disrespect. Excuse me, to Irvin, Charles Irvin, Jason Brownlee, Xavier Gibson, all those guys, but they're not what Aaron Rodgers wants. You know, he needs someone of more stature, someone with more experience. And like I said, a rookie in any rookie right now cannot be the number two option for this team. Unless you're probably Brock Bowers because he's a little different. He's a special case. But anyone else, I don't know. So we'll see how it goes for the Jets. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.